I've heard some men say, hey, I'm just one bad mood away from losing my kids. She could just file for divorce and take my kids, right? Men feel this. And I know women that use that as power over their men. They can make their men do whatever they want because they can take their kids anytime they want. And they use it as a form of power. And this is, California is infamous for that. California divorces are just infamous for that kind of control. The issue for men, though, comes down not so much to these temptation issues, and honestly, for men, it's not the money. I'll give you an example for me. When my ex-wife divorced me, she was trying to transition my son to a girl without my consent. I've been fighting that. I spent over $1 million fighting that. I offered her $20,000 a month in child support and 50-50 custody for 50-50 time with my son. Because I knew if I had 50-50 time with my son, he would reject a female identity because he's never presented as a girl with me. She turned down that money to keep that control, you see, okay? So you can see that even in my case and most fathers, it's not the money, it's being secure in their posterity. Men have an intense, and I mean an intense, desire to raise their children. I mean, I'm just getting chills even talking about it because I have that feeling in my. It's I don't know if you're not religious, you might say it's some kind of instinctive reaction from evolution, whatever. It's deep, and it's not something. It's one of those things that men cannot control. Okay, you can't control your mothering instincts. We don't have those. Right? I remember when I had children, I just marveled at that, at how the instincts that women had about the needs of the children. It was just absolutely marvelous. I couldn't believe it. It was almost like ESP. Men have an intense desire to direct the ethical upbringing of their children. And the inability to do that is a tremendous blow to their masculinity. It's probably the only thing worse would be castration. So I want to tell you how the laws make men insecure in their posterity. First of all, at law, fathers presumptively lose the kids. This may surprise you, right? But I'll give you an example. In the Texas statutes, we have something called the standard possession schedule. About 80% of men who get custody of kids get this. It may be higher. It may actually be higher because we don't have records for some counties. So this gives a man 24% of the time of this child. It's the every other weekend thing, right? So you've heard psychologists up here talk about anything less than 40% is a single parent home, right? So the father is really removed from the mental, moral upbringing of their children by the standard possession schedule. But the standard possession schedule, since it gives 24%, which is less than 25%, maximizes Title IV-D reimbursements to the state. So it's no accident that that's the standard. Here's the thing. That custody arrangement is considered to be statutorily, at law, in the best interest of the children. So when you go into a divorce, presumptively the judge assumes that it's in the best interest of the children for the father to have 24% of the time of the kids. And the father has to rebut that presumption to get it changed. And that rebuttal has to be powerful enough that the state loses Title IV-D monies, a lot of Title IV-D monies. You see where I'm going with this? Fathers are presumed at law to lose their kids. Fathers lose all privacy. Let me give you an example. For me, I've been in continuous litigation for 9 years. Every time you've seen me in there getting coffee, anytime you've seen me buying a drink in here during our little soirees in the evening, all of those transactions, I am required to deliver to my ex-wife to be scrutinized. My entire financial life, all my bank accounts, bank statements, credit card transactions, cash transactions, any receipts that I receive have to be delivered to her. So most fathers endure this because it's integral to child support calculations. Suppose I want to reduce my child support. The court is going to say, yeah, but you bought lattes at that conference. You could have given that to your kids. That proves to me that you're not thinking about your kids. No, I'm not reducing your child support. That's why women ask for these things and have the court order us to give it to them. So we have no financial privacy. That goes for my business that I have as well, by the way. All my bank accounts, all my client lists, everything.
What?
What?
Wait, are you